to nature. So I know a lot of you are, are nature people that like the outdoors, but even though, even with a lot of yogis that do really appreciate and go out in nature, there's still this lack of connection to the rhythms of nature. So a little bit about my story. When I lived in New York, that's where I had my first son, Max, and he's going to be 9 in October. And I was a new mom, and we decided we were living in a tiny, like, one-bedroom apartment, which maybe could fit into like that part of this room and the whole apartment. So we had just enough room to walk around the furniture, and we decided, my husband's from Kelowna and his family's all here. The family business is here, so he said, maybe we should go back for a better quality of life, a lot more space, it would be easier, instead of like getting like the stroller up the stairs and into the subway and having to like walk blocks and blocks to the grocery store to Whole Foods and like carry everything in the stroller and bring it back up the stairs. And so I came and visited. I was like, oh, beautiful, we'll live on the lake, it'll be awesome. So we moved here, and I didn't know anyone except for his parents. And I was very lonely. I was definitely suffering postpartum depression, which I think most moms in our culture do, because we don't have the support. I mean, if you look at Ayurvedic cultures, it's so different. Like when you have a baby in India or with the Ayurvedic tradition, you have 40 days of daily massages and people taking care of you and really just being there for you every step of the way. But here it's like, you're on your own. You got your baby, like go home, figure it out. So it was really hard. And I felt very isolated because it was such a big cultural shift from New York City to Kelowna. And I was also a new mom, so it was a shift from like being independent and having my own life to all of a sudden having no life. And starting my business, basically teaching yoga. I was teaching in New York City, and then I came here and I didn't have a business, I didn't have any students, I didn't know anyone. So I had my daily yoga practice when my son was napping. I would do my little yoga practice every day, and that was the thing that kept me going, and that was the thing that really allowed me to get through that period without going totally crazy. And eventually one of my teachers, I read a blog, and she mentioned an Ayurvedic teacher, and I started learning from this Ayurvedic teacher, and I enrolled in a 9-month-long course, and I just started to dive in. And initially I was just interested because, I knew it was the sister science of yoga, and I knew my parents were always kind of into alternative medicine and very holistic minded and kind of hippies. So those seeds were planted from a very young age. So I was interested in learning how to heal my own body. I wanted to learn about kitchen medicine and being able to use food and use spices. And so that was my intention. It was simply just to learn how to get like cold remedy and like to be able to help my kids when they get sick and with like some more like just holistic methods and not having to turn to medicine. But what I learned was completely, that was definitely a part of it, but what I learned was it was a system of living in tune with the cycles of nature and living in rhythm. So what does that mean? So that there's cycles. I mean, we can see the cycles of the seasons. We can see the cycles of the day from light to dark. We can see that everything's changing, and there's a rhythm. Like the birds wake up at the same time every day, and they go to sleep at the same time every day. And there's all this rhythmic cycles that are happening all around us. But like as human beings, we have total freedom. Like we can stay up as long as we want. We can eat 24 hours a day if we want. We can work late into the night if we want. We basically have, with electricity, with internet, with 24-hour shopping and groceries, and we don't have to live in connection with nature anymore. It's like, unless you've gone camping, it's so different, right? So it really changed, because I learned just these like simple daily routines that were synced up with these greater rhythms of nature, of But it's true. Like, I didn't just want to take care of this baby. I wanted to do more with my life. And I'm not like saying there's anything wrong with just being a mom and taking care of babies. So I just want to be clear about that. But I wanted to feel that I had that control over my life, that I could do really what I wanted. So we are a microcosm of the macrocosm. So in Ayurveda, that's this principle that what is happening outside is also happening inside. And so Ayurveda is really honoring that. It's honoring that I am not separate from nature. And so I need to step into that alignment, step into that connection. And when we do, everything starts to work better. We start to get healthier. We start to feel better. We start to get happier. We start to feel like we are in charge. And I'm going to talk about some yogic concepts. And one of the main ones is Svatantria. And it's one of my favorite concepts. It's this idea of unlimited freedom. And we all have unlimited freedom. Although in a culture where we really can do whatever we want, we feel helpless and we feel stuck and we feel like we don't have control. So by stepping into this rhythmic living, we start to feel that freedom. We feel that capacity to actually choose our actions, to choose our decisions, and to choose our habits and behaviors. Like, we don't feel so locked in. Because I think, our culture, we're so busy. We're so stimulated. Our schedules are so full, and we feel like there's so many responsibilities that are put on us that we don't feel like there's time for us. And we also feel like we're on this, I'm saying we because this is what I was experiencing when I talk to people. What so many people are experiencing is that it's like I'm on a treadmill and I just can't get off. I'm like locked in. And every day just feels like Groundhog Day. It's the same thing every day. And there's this, that feels like we don't have that freedom. It feels like we don't have control. So I think it's very interesting that when we do that, we build up that self-worth, we build up that self-love, and we build up that capacity for offering our lives. So we also, there's so much knowledge about health and about science and about our bodies, and we know we have a lot of intellectual knowledge, but I think we've lost a lot of more of the intuition and inner wisdom. We've lost that capacity to really listen to our bodies and to really know what our bodies are trying to communicate with us. And that's what Ayurveda teaches us. It's funny because in my parliament, we do the life-changing magic of tidying up and decluttering. And who's done that? Who's familiar with that? So basically, the method is you pick up each item. You basically pick up every item that you own. Everything, every piece of clothing, every pen, everything. And you hold it close to your heart, and then you basically feel if it sparks joy. So this is not an intellectual thing at all. It's not like how much did this cost, or who this was a gift, or will I need this in the future, or this is, some memento that I might need to hang on to for who knows why. But the only criteria is, does this spark joy? And you sense it simply by how your body reacts. And it's such a challenging practice because we right away our mind takes over. Right away our mind's like, but you might need that, or that was expensive, or that you can't just get rid of that, or you might have to buy it again, or silly things that we cannot. We're so detached from that visceral feeling of does this thing spark joy? And so I love that process because it's simply by starting with your stuff, and then you start to realize what's really sparking joy in your life. Are you surrounding yourself with things that spark joy? And are you doing things that spark joy in your activities and in your relationships and everything? So I just find it interesting because we don't know how to read our bodies. We don't know how to sense into what our guts. And I think, as yoga, we do get better because a lot of it is a practice of listening to your body. shifts is that depression goes away, anxiety goes away, hormones get balanced, immune system gets stronger. It's like all these things, just no matter what the issue is, simply by connecting into this greater rhythm, like everything starts to work better. The body starts to learn how to heal itself, which is, it's really powerful. So it's not like, the Western approach where you have an issue and you myopically like take a magnifying glass to that area, but you actually look at the person as a whole. And you look at like, what are the relationships? What's the lifestyle? What are the rhythms? What kind of what are you taking in terms of food or stimulation or anything? So I love it because it's like the people's medicine. It like really puts the power to you like in your own hands and teaches you how to read your body like a book so that you can then know, okay, what is the opposite that I need to bring in? Like what's out of balance? What's like extreme to one side of the spectrum that I need to add something from over here to bring me back to center? And so it's so simple, and once we just get the concepts, like we really know we have so much more power over ourselves and our health and our bodies. So at any point, if you need to interrupt and ask me a question, God will just kind of go on and on and on. Yes?
I don't want to ask a question, but I want to make a comment. I think just in our society, we value like being smart, everyone
Yes.
being whatever, right? Like my parents never told me to listen to my body, right?
Yeah.
And so a couple one-on-ones with you, when I was telling you like what was going wrong, you were like, well, what are you feeling like? Like that was strange to me at first because I know that I'm supposed to be eating this because that's most healthy, and you're like, does your body feel like that? So I find that even taking your courses changed how I talk to my daughter. Like she's 3 years old, and I'll say to her, well, what is your body telling you? And now she's using that, and it sounds hilarious. I put 3-year-old, Mom, my body's telling me. Yeah, it's really
so good.
It's my mental state, and
So awesome. Oh my gosh, we'll teach our kids. I actually, with my son, I wanted to declutter his clothes. So I was like, what's your favorite shirt? And hold it. How does it make you feel? It's like, light. Oh, okay. So then we went through exchange. Does it make you feel light or heavy? And it was so easy for him because they're so connected to their bodies. And it's like, yes, no, yes, no. Meanwhile, I'm like, oh, but that was expensive. So,
But I do have a question about that, because there's like necessities. Clearly are not going to make me feel joy.
yeah.
So that's the question.
It's funny though, because it's actually, you do feel joy in those necessities though. There's a difference.
Okay.
Like you do, because it's like if it's something that you need it, and there's some things that you need that they'll feel that you can probably just do that, or it's, yeah.
If you think you need it.
Yeah. It's like just trust in the process. Again, it's like our minds come in and it's like, wait, but, so I like to always like and instead. It's like the improv technique instead of but, use and. Yes, and. It's a good.
I liked your what if one. I always remember that when you did mention that. What if? It's like you limit yourself or you've got this block. It's like, but what if?
Right.
That was also a good one that one of your talks I did. Yeah, that was good. And I use that. I actually use it with my kids.
Awesome.
But what if you can do that?
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Yeah.
What if you can?
Totally. And that's the thing. It's like even with some of these simple habits, reaction would be like, I can't do that. I can't go to bed better. I can't stop working at 6. I can't eat my main meal in the middle of the day.
I just wanted to add, one thing that I really noticed taking the course, and just as people are talking, it's really coming clear to me that that word should basically went out of my vocabulary, because I was always like, well, I should be doing that, I should be picking up, I should be running, I should be, and then you check in with your body, and it's like, no, I don't feel like doing that today. And then other days I really feel like doing that, and it's so much
You
easier.
can just trust that.
Because all that decision-making energy is having to take so much time trying to make these decisions. Should I or shouldn't I?
Yeah.
And that's I think where I got most of my energy from.
Yeah.
And I've wasted time.
Awesome. So good. I know so much time wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
And I feel like I work so hard to get my kids to sleep in, like I'm like tied to like this accomplishment, my kids are good sleepers. And then that gives me extra sleep,
Yeah.
that I'm just like, I worked so hard for that. Like to give that up, and maybe I need to become less attached to that. But it's
Well,
just like,
nobody's
I
saying
think,
you shouldn't sleep enough.
no, yes, but to like, sorry, to wake up, in
like,
my mind, before
sleep is
6 a.m. I was just like,
Sleep is really important.
yes.
Like, I can sleep is priority, actually. So, make sure you're getting it, not just to start
Or start earlier, I know it's
Yeah,
like shift every
exactly.
day, but I was just like, oh, but I'm like, I'm so like tied to that. Oh, yeah, it's the number. It's just like the 7 dot anything, but not before
Yeah.
7.
Experience on that, because there's a book written about that, just curious if you've heard about it. There's different types of people that are better off going to bed later, and waking up later. And
So,
then
Ayurveda
also-
say that everyone's human and everyone's diurnal, and everyone like started out as a monkey and a primate. Primates are diurnal creatures. So we can become conditioned to be night owls, but it's not natural. Like it's not, and that's an Ayurvedic perspective.
Yeah.
So
What do you mean by like
There's this
Arizona
book written,
hours?
there's 4 kinds of bear, there's a lion, it's about this.
I mean, there's so many. That's the thing. It's like there's so many different ideas about
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And books that can like prove this thing and prove that thing, and it can get so confusing, which is why I love the simplicity of like what did nature intend? Like, that's why it's like you just eat what is growing, and you don't worry about the calories, the carbs, or the whatevers. Like it's just like did it come from the ground? And if it did, then it's fine. And so we were talking about the Eat Wheat book that was recently written by an Ayurvedic guy who wrote a book called Eat Wheat in the gluten-free age. And it's quite provocative that it's like, but the thing is, we've gotten so crazy around everything. So let's just get back to like nature, back to stop complicating everything. Because we get so neurotic, and I've totally gone there where I've just gotten like really obsessive about whether it's food or whatever, and it's like you can just feel the body going into like stress response around all that. You can just feel the body getting all worked up and stressed out, and it feels no, it's like something doesn't. You should be able to flow through life with more ease and flow and trust, and that's really when we're synced into this, it's what happens.
Me, it's the story about the rice cooker.
What's that? What's the story?
You know when you say you start cooking rice?
Oh, right.
Yes,
Yes,
as a woman, you add rice, you
Yeah.
add it, and then
Right.
this
It's
is
all
what's happening.
exactly.
So to stop that, I go to the bathroom before I put some new food in.
Yeah.
And when I say that to people, it's like, oh, but it's time to eat. Like, it's not time for your body. That changed my life.
Yeah.
So just
Again,
like
it's
this,
like we try to take care of the body with the mind, as opposed to taking the body taking care of the body. Let the mind take care of the mind, and the body take care of the body, because it doesn't work the other way around. So, and that's the thing. It's really, yeah. So I want to, for those of you that I do want to just kind of review some stuff. Yeah. So how energy works. In Ayurveda, there's this concept that everything in nature is made up of the 5 elements of earth, water, fire, air, and space or ether. And so we're made up of the 5 elements. Everything around us is made up of the 5 elements. And it's not literally the 5 elements, but it's the energetic qualities or the gunas of the 5 elements. It's how how they symbolically arise. And so each of the elements has different characteristics. So if we just think of like earth, what are characteristics of earth? Solid, grounded. What about gravity? Heavy, dense. What's like the temperature of like if you put your hand under the soil? Cool. So yeah, it's dense, it's wet, it's wet, but it's wet. It's fluid, it's a wet pool. Yeah, it can be cool, yeah. It's not, I wouldn't say it's exclusive, but it fits into that for sure.
Blowing, loose and breeze.
What? Moves with ease. Yeah, there's a fluidity, it flows, yeah. Fire. Hot. It's an easy one. It spreads. There's an intensity to fire. It's sharp. It's, yeah. Air. Light. And what about wind? Like what does wind move? Movement is like the main thing that we want to take from air. It's light. There's more of a subtleness about air. It's not like gross, like it's not, you can't necessarily touch it. Space. It's expansive. It's subtle also. What's the temperature of outer space? Cold, really cold. That's like the coldest on the spectrum of cold. So this is how we start to understand how energy works. Is like, what are the qualities that are rising? Simply, like when it's a cold, windy day, there's a lot of air element. So these elements combine to make the doshas. The doshas are like the energies, basically. And so when you combine the qualities of earth and water, you come up with kapha, which is the dosha. That's combines these two elements. And kapha literally means that which flourishes with water. And so kapha is the energy of lubrication and structure. So if you literally mix like dirt and water, you get mud. You can make a mud house, you can make a structure. And it's sticky. It creates it's like that lubrication stickiness. So it's like the glue that holds us together is the kapha. Now when you combine water and fire, you have the energy of pitta. And pitta is the energy of transformation or metabolism. And when you combine air and space, you have the energy of vata, you have the dosha of vata, which is the energy of movement. So each of us is made up of a combination of these energies. So we all have different constitutions. And it's usually like two main ones, and then it's like the primary, the secondary, and then the last one. And we all have all three. So for example, I am predominantly pitta, vata. So first pitta, then vata, and then I have less kapha. And so we all have like a different combination of these doshas, which shows up in our personalities, it shows up in our body structure, it shows up in our tendencies, simply like our mental tendencies, our physical tendencies. For example, like a kapha person has a lot of earth and water elements. So physically, they're going to be denser, they're going to be bigger bones. If they have more water in their constitution, they'll be like more squishy. Have you ever met someone that's like a little bit more squishy? Or there's like someone that's built like a brick shit house, they're like more earth. They're like solid. So even within the kapha, you can have more water or more earth. And they will have generally like bigger features, like full eyes and full lips. And their skin will be like nicely lubricated and soft.
Sounds like babies.
So kapha, the time of life for kapha is childhood. So kapha, kids constitutions. And there's lots of, there's so many different characteristics. And then pittas, so fire people with a lot of fire element. So their bodies, they're pretty medium build. They have pretty good muscle tone. I just think, like, these are my two, like, major pitta people, Barb and Michelle. No. So if you just look at them, but I'm just showing you guys are a great example of, like, physically. And if you just see their bodies, like, look at their muscle tone, look at even there's redness in their skin. So redness in skin is a pitta thing. It's just a medium build. And they are, like,